Farhang Foundation is so proud to be partnering with PEN America in tonight's World Voices Festival, an opening here in Los Angeles that discusses the women life freedom movement and how art can be used in the struggle for human rights. PEN America is a 100-year-old organization who's been dedicated to freedom of expression and human rights, and Farhang Foundation is really proud to be coordinating and collaborating with them in presenting tonight's talk and tonight's subject matter, which is so close to all our hearts. We're so grateful for all the speakers who are here tonight, and we really thank PEN America and the World Voices Festival for their dedication to this matter and to this subject.
One thing that I want to mention in general about Art Culture Action, that it's a collective that is really focused on defending the undeniable rights of every single individual and artist and creative person to be able to freely express themselves.
PEN America is a 100-year-old organization that sits at the intersection of literature and human rights. We celebrate and unite writers and artists and readers to celebrate free expression and also to protect the freedoms that make it possible, which is why this night's program was so important to us. This is the opening night program of our World Voices Festival, which has been around since 2004, founded by Salman Rushdie. And we couldn't think of a better way to open up tonight's World Voices Festival than with a celebration and a reflection on the role of art in the women life freedom movement, because it has been such a powerful explosion of creativity to really bring the world's attention to the rights of women and the importance of human rights in Iran. We are so grateful to be partnering with the Farhang Foundation in this work tonight. They were the perfect partner for us to open the festival with, and we are grateful for their support, for the contributions they make to Iranian cultural life here in Los Angeles and beyond.
What's really quite needed is actually grouping, organizing, opening up. For instance, PEN is now opened up to introducing its audience to a group of artists or other makers. 20 years ago, when Rushdie came, he opened it up to the international community.
Today's program was with PEN America, which is one of America's oldest literary institutions devoted to free expression. PEN has been a supporter of Nazanin Noroozi and today Nesar Mohammadi, as well as the Iranian Writers Association. What was special about today was that was the chance to bring forward the role of Iranian artists, not just writers, in terms of reflecting the creative genius, if you will, of the Iranian people. The art that was featured is the art of resistance, and it's an art that sort of gives meaning, place, position, location to the woman life freedom movement in Iran. So I was very happy with it. Farhang is love. We in the diaspora are often experience ourselves as lonely. And to know that we have a community like Farhang with the kind of spine that it has and the kind of membership that it has, its ability to connect Iranians, Iranian Americans to each other, its ability to represent Iranian culture here in America and beyond is phenomenal. I think it's also really important because, you know, our culture is our heartbeat. And culture connects the generations. It connects the world. So I'm delighted that Farhang supported the event today.
Lots of women wanted to raise their voice, but still they have fear. They couldn't come out of the home. I am raising the voice of million women.
Today's event was about the role of art in protecting human rights. It was all about the women's movement in Afghanistan and Iran, that how art can protect human rights. So we talked about the problems that artists are facing under this totalitarian regime of Iran and Afghanistan, and what measures we have to take in order to support artists in Iran and Afghanistan. it really needs courage to, speak up and continue your work. I mean, whether it's art or activism or whatever, under a regime which, they don't believe in it. They consider you as your enemy. And in any way, they want to silence you. So my experience is very hard because when I voiced for women's rights and freedoms in Afghanistan against the Taliban, I was threatened to death, and I had to leave the country. I had to leave all my life, my family, everyone else behind, and I have to save my life and get out of the country. It's the same thing that's happening right now also with most of activists and artists in Afghanistan. Most of them are imprisoned for their works. And I think I feel like it's us here can be a voice for them and to support them.
و حادثه که تنها تهیدستان را تعقیب می کند و حادثه که در اسفند ماه آمد و من با چشمهای خیش دیدم شقایقی در گوشه دشتم به آرامی می گرید و به آرامی می میرد.
گل خواهد میشه یه روز فرشته میگه جای دیوارا میگیره شب برسه خواب بیاره